Good morning. Today I want to talk about deers, what kind of sound they make in the woods, and how they communicate with each other. My main subject is this call here, is a snort. Most people don't even know what it is, they've never seen one. You don't find them in the store anymore. We know the box, the grunt, and the snort. And in the breeding season, they're fighting with each other, with antlers or whatever you have, or they snort wheeze, but only in the breeding season. And the does, they bleed and they snort. And the fawns, they bleed in a higher tone and they could snort too. When the does bleed, they have a box they can do it with. So it sounds like this. And I don't like it too much because I think I can do it better by myself with my mouth. Ba, ba. Now I want to show how I learned what kind of call that is. Long time ago when I started hunting, I was always told that is a warning call. Once they snort at you, you're done. And over the years, I found out that it's completely different. In my first 10 years hunting, I never heard any sound from a deer at all. Of course, we hunted only one weekend, so there wasn't that much. Then I started bow hunting, and the first time I heard the deer snort, that was probably not because of me, because it was too far away. And she snorted about, I don't know was a buck or doe, but it snorted about 8 times while she was walking, or he was walking. About 2 years later, I hunted the same property but a different area. I had to build high stand in a tree. It was bitter cold. I had a back wall up to my neck, and I had a hood on it in camouflage, so I was getting stiff, and I just turned around a little bit to move a little bit. There's a buck standing. And as soon as I turned, he snorted. So I thought he snorted at me. I thought, oh shoot, he got me already, you know. So, and he took off. And so, well, what can I do? A little while later, he snorts again. He came back to the same place where he was standing before and snorted again. Not realizing why, later on I found out I had a laid down decoy about 30 yards in front of him, and that's why he snorted. Same day, a little while later, I should say this, at that time we could put bait out for the deer. A little while later there came 2 does out from the right. So one came straight in and one came around and came from the front of me. So all of a sudden the doe that was standing outside was snorting, and the other one jumped back, and then the other one just came forward and looked, what the hell are you snorting for? That's really when I realized they snorted at the doe, the laid down doe, decoy. The next experience I had with that was at somebody else's property, a friend's property. I was sitting on a high stand, and was early afternoon. All of a sudden I heard, ba, ba. I thought, who got sheep around here? It sounded just like sheep. You know, I used to be a butcher before, and I butchered a lot of sheep, so I know what I'm talking about, I think. So, but then I turned around and looked where that comes from. There goes the doe with 2 fawns running away. That was the doe. A day later, I hunted on the other side of the property. I figured I'd move because they saw me there. I didn't know any better. And I enjoyed myself in a high stand and looked at the air. It was nice on the hill. I had a nice view. And all of a sudden I heard ba, ba. So I know they were coming. So I was sitting very still. And I saw them coming. And there 2 fawns went down to my corn. And the doe stood up on high there, a little higher, and started snoring. And not only one time, I don't know how many times. At that time I had no camera of it, so I cannot look it up. So, and by then I was so sure now that the snort is not a warning call. I don't know exactly what it was, but it's not a warning call.